Do most men cheat? Join me in this conversation because I'm really curious to know if this is the case. Because I was reading something online where this lady was talking about how her husband cheated, but she was advised, I think, by her mother to stay because what if she leaves and the next man cheats on her and then she leaves that guy and the next man cheats on her and she leaves that guy and the next man cheats on her? I will tell you what I would do. But I want to know, do you think most men cheat? Do you think she is right in her assumption that if she leaves a cheating partner, chances are she might end up with somebody else that's going to cheat on her? All right. Another question that kind of makes me scratch my mind a little bit, boggles the brain, is do you think women are more likely to forgive a cheating partner? Okay. Or accept sharing their man? And I'm going to give you two good examples. Neo, he has like, was it 3 or 4 women and they just have this relationship thing going on or situationship. And Nick Cannon, he plays house with several different women and they all look so happy when it's their time. Oh, Lord, can't be me, Miss Fiery Aries. But are women more likely to accept that situation? First, before I dive into this, I don't know if I should. It's not an anomaly because you hear about it all the time. Like, oh, he cheated on me, or she cheated on me. So I know it's not unique to men. Women cheat too, but for the sake of this conversation, we're going to talk about, male partners. Do they cheat? Are they more likely to cheat? And are women more likely to accept the fact that, okay, you know what? I'm going to stick with this person. And why are they sticking to that person? Why do you think people stick around when their partner cheats? What do you think it is? Is it just because the relationship itself is transactional? Is it because they feel they have nowhere else to go? Why do you think that happens? I'm really curious to hear your opinion about why that happens. Me personally, I feel like I'm a little bit too fiery to stay with a cheating partner. Like if I stick with somebody that's cheating, that means I don't love them. Because if I love you, I am not sharing. Like, I'm not sharing you. You're mine. Like, we're locked in, right? So when you have situations like that, where in cases of celebrities, like Chris Brown also has this situation going on where he has kids by different women and everybody seems to be happy. I feel like their money plays a big role, right? But guess what? I have seen guys with like nothing have like 4 wives. And you're like, and they could barely take care of one and they still have 4 wives. So what is it about, the way society has wired the brain of men and women? And again, this also cuts across cultures. Like there's some places where it's totally unacceptable. And there's some places where it's actually the norm. Like, okay, your husband is going to have a second person and a third person. We're going to welcome her. We're going to be happy. So it's the norm. And then some men will argue with you that men are not monogamous in nature. I disagree. I have male friends that I know do not cheat on their spouses. I'm not with them 24/7. Maybe they just haven't told me. But as far as I know, they have not cheated on their spouses. Like they're loyal husbands. So I don't believe that all men have this thing in them where it's like, oh, I need to cheat. I need to be with multiple. Maybe some do. I personally think a lot of that is a lack of discipline. Like you can choose to live a life where you're dating, right? You're not in a relationship with anybody. And then you just kind of date multiple women. Like we're not committed to each other. We're not together. We're just, arounding with each other. There are a lot of risks that come with that too, because you could catch something, right? But when you put yourself in a committed relationship, like I am married, boom. Like if I'm married and I'm unhappily married, I do have the option to just get out and start all over, right? So when I say I am married, right? And then I say I am married and I have 10 girlfriends, why didn't you just stay single? And I know. You can't, I try not to generalize. You can't put everybody in the box. There are a lot of people in unhappy marriages that have their finances tied together, that maybe they just don't know how to start over. They don't know how to get out of it. So then they find comfort somewhere else and everybody's kind of okay with it. I know that happens. I'm not arguing that. But let's leave that one aside and focus on, there's some people, legit, I'm not kidding you. I've seen situations where somebody got married today and tonight he's with his girlfriend, in like booked another room for his girlfriend at his wedding venue. And when you ask someone like that, he'll tell you, oh, well, my wife is a suitable wife and my girlfriend's who I love. Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. Okay? So there's so many situations like that. You go online and you see, a lot of women talk about, oh, men are this, men are that, men are that. And again, I know it's not exclusive to men. I've seen this one lady, I'm gonna give you a very good example. This is one lady, I think she probably has a show, or maybe she's just a content creator. I don't know, but I've seen her online where she is, I think she's actually married to 3 men. And there are some cultures that actually are the other way around, where the woman marries multiple men. So, what triggers us? Like, you know what I mean? Like when it's part of your culture, I feel like when it's part of your culture, then it's definitely transactional. There are no feelings involved. There's really no love. This is just what we do. Right? But when there are feelings involved, and somebody breaks your trust, it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. So I feel like when you're in that type of setup, that type of relationship, cheating should be a no-no. You know what I mean? Cheating should absolutely be a no-no. And my friend will argue with you all day. Like, we get into this argument all the time. He swears that it's a man's nature to have multiple women. And I tell him, it's a woman's nature to have multiple men. If that's the case, I think it's just a lack of discipline. That's what I believe. Because guess what? I feel like humans were not designed that way, right? And hear me out. This is my theory. If we look at us like humans biologically, and how our emotions and things like, all the chemical reactions in us when something happens and things like that, right? If we were designed to be cheated on and accept the fact that we're sharing our partner, all these chemical reactions would not happen, where we feel things like jealousy, where we feel things like pain. You're free to argue with me, but this is what I 120% believe. And if there's somebody out there, psychology major, or somebody out there that's, maybe a biologist, whatever, that wants to tell me, oh, Toni, you're wrong, I welcome that. But my belief, and you can't tell me otherwise right now until I see some sort of proof, is that biologically, we were designed to be monogamous. Because if we were not designed to be monogamous, right, there would be no jealousy. There will be no, really, because, if someone cheats on you and you find out, it feels like they ripped out your heart from your chest. That feeling would not be there. Because biologically, it doesn't matter. We're not supposed to feel anything because it's normal. This is what we're supposed to, it's how things are supposed to be. But my friend will argue with you and be like, no, we've just conformed to, the way society has trained us to be in the future, blah, blah, blah. He sits there and argues with me about this thing all the time. And I just laugh and I'm like, dude, women can do this as much as men can. The fact that they choose not to tells me that everybody can be disciplined. Okay? Tells me that I can sit there and say, you know what? I choose not to hurt my partner over my needs. Right? And then, okay, maybe there is, something going on up there. I don't know, but maybe somebody's going to share that with me. So what have you seen? Do you think most men cheat? Do you think most men cheat on their spouses or their partners? Or do you think it's just the men that lack discipline that do so? And the men that have multiple women and the women are okay with it, what do you think is going on there? Do you think it's transactional? Do you think there's no love involved? Me personally, I think there's no love involved. You can't convince me that Nick Cannon's and his multiple women love him. I don't believe that, because I don't believe they're going to say, I love you, guy. And then my friend will say to you, oh, there's no love, is just, fake and blah, blah. And it's just man-made. Okay, fine. Let's accept that love is man-made. But it exists. It's what we deem how we feel. Okay, so we're man-made or not. It's here. It's here to stay. So I feel like if they love him, or Neo, if they love him, seeing him hugged up with another woman playing house, taking lovey-dovey family photos, would really hurt. I don't care how tough you are. It would like cut deep and be like, whoa, I cannot view this. But everybody's like, ah. I don't think that's love. So what's going on there? Let's talk about it. Okay? Drop a comment below. Join in the conversation. Do you think most men cheat? And what causes men to cheat? I want to know. Okay? What causes men to cheat? So some people tell you, okay, I'm unhappy. My woman stresses me out. Blah, blah, blah. I feel like if you're unhappy, leave. Well, I mean, okay, easier said than done for some people. Like I said earlier, some people have their finances tied together and maybe they have kids, or maybe there's so many, things. But I feel like if you're unhappy, then figure it out, like try to fix it. And if it's not fixable, then you might have to make that sacrifice for yourself, right? We're not going to live 1,000 years. So why are you going to spend the little 100 or less years you have being unhappy? Doesn't make any sense to me. So why do you think some men cheat? Some will say, oh, somebody's stressing me. That's why I stepped out. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I believe those excuses. If you know, why do you think they do it? Drop a comment below. Alrighty, so that is going to be it for this particular topic. We have a Happy New Year. Oh, Happy New Year. I forgot to mention that. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026. We have a lot of topics this year. I'm going to be recording more every day. You're going to be seeing me. Boom, shaka, la, every day. Yes, you're going to be seeing more of me, and we're going to be talking about topics that, make you go, about life. Okay, we're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about everything, because I want us to, get up in there, discuss these things. Like, why do these things happen? What causes this and what causes that? And how can we resolve some issues? How can we help each other out? Okay, very soon I am going to have it where I'll be taking calls, not phone calls, but like, you want to talk to me? Send me a question. Send me your question. I want to know. Do you have something you want to ask? I will help you ask my audience. Send me your questions. This is going on with me, Toni, blah, blah. What do you think? And I will be more than happy to. As a matter of fact, my next episode is going to be one of your questions. How about we do that? Alrighty, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. And don't forget to join in the conversation. Do you think most men cheat? I didn't want to say all men, because I know all men don't cheat. Do you think most men cheat? Do you think it's in their biological makeup to do that? Do you think it's just how they are? Do you think men are not naturally monogamous? They're polygamous? What do you think? And do you think, the ones that do cheat have a valid reason for cheating? All right. And if you enjoy this, don't forget, subscribe. Bye.